Hey, welcome back to KG's Garage. This is Keith. Today, what I'm working on is a 2014 Chevy Sonic. Woo! I know, it's exciting, but it's some stuff that needs to get done. And there's an upgrade that I wanted to share with you guys. That I'm going to show you what I found out. I'm just going to show you what I'm going to be doing. Valve cover gasket, got it from Victor Rents. I'm going to do new plugs, new air filter, right? Big deal. Here's the thing I wanted to share with you guys. This is the thermostat housing and I don't know whatever else, heater control or something. The one that's in the car, it's leaking. I don't remember where it's leaking. It's somewhere there's a leak. But this is this black part, that is plastic. And then it goes to a metal. This is where the thermostat housing is, right here. See that silver part? That goes to the radiator. And yeah, they make it out of plastic and it's cracked somewhere. When I have it running, you can see it. Oh, you know what? It's leaking right. I don't know if you can see it. It's leaking right there. I don't know if you can see it. There's water right there. So I'm assuming this thing's cracked. So this car has 144,000 miles on it. This has never been touched. I don't think the spark plug, it's running really bad, and I don't think the spark plugs have ever been changed. So that's why I'm doing spark plugs. It came here because it was running really bad and the person can't drive it. Keeps stalling out and stuff like that. So I just went through it and I'm like, it needs this stuff. The valve, you can see the valve cover's leaking. This isn't gonna make it run any better, but the valve cover's leaking like crazy. So I'm gonna take that off. This looks fairly easy. A couple of these whatever size Torx bolts, take that all off and swap that new gasket on there. And then I'm gonna change the plugs. I guess you just look at that. Oh my, there's even oil in here. How did this happen? There's oil on this cover. There's oil right here. Maybe when somebody put it in, it went in. That could be the issue. But more Torx. Okay, so I need a bunch of special sockets here. But that's what I'm gonna get into this. It's the Ecotech. I think it's a 1.8. Yeah. If you look up here, 1.8 right there. 2014 1.8. Okay. So I'm not going to show you changing the air filter and probably the plugs. I mean, maybe real quick, but I really wanted to show you this upgrade part right here. This is so it sits in the vehicle like this, I believe. And the one that is in there now, the plastic one, it's like, it looks like it's leaking right here. Maybe this crack here. I don't know where. Once I get it out, I'll be able to see where it's cracked. But a new one, when I was buying a replacement, I noticed you can get a plastic one. They had ones that were in plastic again, and then they had these metal ones. I'm like, you know what? I'm getting the metal one. I think this will probably last a lot longer. So that's what I did. So got that. I'm gonna start tearing that apart. I'll show you bits and parts when I get to something interesting. If I run into trouble or whatever, I'll come back and record it. All right, see you in a bit. All right, so I'm trying to get the valve cover off, and I took the coil pack off. Come on. And this cylinder has oil in it. This one has oil in it. This one has a little bit of oil in it, and this one back here is dry. I don't know what in the world happened. You can look at the coil parts there where it goes into the head. This one's totally full. No wonder why this thing's running like crap. It looks like oil's probably just seeping through. I wonder what the spark plugs are going to look like when I get them out. I have to get that oil out, so I guess I'm going to jam some paper towels in there. But this one, all oil on it. This one, all oil on it. This one looks, oil's like cooked on there. And this one looks fine. I'm assuming that this is what they should all look like. And then this boot is all crispy too, looks like. So I think what I should have also done was buy another one of these coil packs. So now that I took it off, I'm probably going to order one. It's not that hard. It's only 2 bolts. There's these 2 bolts here. They're it's a T40 Torx bit. So I'm going to order another one of these. I don't remember how much this cost, but this isn't going to run well. Even if I clean it up, I think this needs to be replaced. I'm going to try to, like I said, I'm going to clean out there, and I'm going to do the spark plugs. Then I'm going to pull this valve cover off. It should be almost ready to go. I unscrewed all of these. And these, they don't look like these come out, so they stay in there. If I got them all, it looks like it. So I'm going to try to pull that off, get down in there, and clean the spark plugs. The only thing I can think of is maybe when somebody's putting oil in it, they put the oil in it and they missed, and it went in here and it just filled in here, eventually slid down. I don't know. I don't know. But let's gonna take all this off and see what the heck's going on. Alright, I got the old gasket out. New gasket's on. I cleaned it. I got the brake cleaner right here. I cleaned all the grooves where the new gasket was going in. I cleaned around the edge so I can see if it's leaking again. But look at this, is the old gasket. It's so hard, it just falls apart. Isn't that crazy? What is this? This is still kind of pliable, but not. I mean, it's still a little stiff. So this thing was shot. Basically a piece of plastic in there. So I got the new one on there, all cleaned up like I said. Taking the plugs out. This one's filled with oil. That one had oil in it. This one I figured out why. I think I figured out why this coil was all messed up. This spark plug was really loose. I mean, I was like hand tight. And then this one was the one that was fine. So I'm just gonna pull these out and we'll see what they look like. Let's take the plugs out. Let's take the good one out. Even that one. This is the good one. Okay. Let's check the next one. This is the one that was loose. Oh my god. That one's kind of shot. It was loose, so okay. Next one. It's full of oil. Okay, that's horrible. Because I took it out and the oil went in there, but whatever. Okay. And the last one here. That was totally full of oil. Like I said, the cylinder here was full of oil. Now it's all into the engine on piston. All right, well, I'm gonna try to shove this in there and clean out the hole. I need more paper towels. Shove it in there. This one is all messed up. Okay, I'm gonna put new plugs in there, valve cover back on, and then I'm gonna start working on getting this off. Well, look at this. New valve cover gasket, new plugs. I'm gonna order a coil pack to put it on there. Put the air filter in there. Believe me, it's in there. Next is I'm gonna take this thermostat housing deal off. There's a lot of connectors and hoses and all kinds of stuff on there. So I'm gonna get after it. I gotta get a bucket, just stick it on there to catch all the fluid. I think I'm just gonna take it off right here and let the whatever drain out. Okay, I got the old one off. You can see this plastic piece. I can't tell where it was leaking from. I think right around here. Something happened here. This broke. This is the hose right here that goes in it. Right here. And it broke. It looks like a vacuum line maybe. But whatever this connector was, I don't know what the heck. Oh, here we go. It just broke off. It's just flaking off. I don't know what it was supposed to be. but garbage. I need to get a new one of these lines and connector. That went up here, or whatever. So it looks this one looks the same as the new one, except this piece is metal. I did notice here it looks like maybe there's another connector for something, but this is blocked off. This one's blocked off too. They put an actual bolt, a plug in there. So I don't know what that's for. Something that this car doesn't have. Other than that, it looks the same. It's got the same connector here, a little stud here for the bracket, 2 hoses. Oh, it doesn't have the arrow, let you know what's going what, but whatever. And the one on top, and then another connector for something else. So it looks the same. I'm gonna throw this one away, and I'm gonna put this one in, and then I gotta order that hose. Hopefully it's something I can get. I didn't even look for it. I didn't expect this thing to break, so oh well. That's gonna be a delay in getting this thing back up and running. It wasn't that hard to get to. There's these 4 bolts here that hold it in. I didn't realize there was a thing under here. It looks like a heat pipe. It's right here. It looks like a pipe coming from the exhausters. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Maybe the water pump goes in there? I don't know. I gotta see if there's a gasket there, or I don't know what the deal is. But there's no gasket. Maybe the gasket's on there. Gotta check that. So you have to screw that in. And then there's a gasket on this side. Gotta make sure that's clean. That goes against the block. Alright, maybe put it all back together. Okay, I have the new one on. I added some antifreeze in here. I don't know if I can start it without this connector on here. I'm gonna try. The only problem I had with these were getting these clamps, these squeeze clamps, and then back in the right spot and on there. That took me a little while. That was a pain in the neck. What I just used was just some channel locks right here. Crunch it and freaking muscle it on there. Anyway, I got them. Everything's on. Everything that can be hooked up is hooked up. O2 sensors hooked back up. Oh, I clipped on whatever connector is. I put the bracket back on right there. So everything's on, like I said, except whatever this hose is that broke that I have to look for. So the only other thing I'm going to do to fix this is look for that new line. I'm sure if it broke like this, I'm sure it's something I can buy online, hopefully. And it goes all the way back to somewhere over here. And I'm going to get a new coil pack and see if that fixes any more leaks in there. And then here's the side of the car. I'm doing all this work for a car that's worth, what, in good shape, $5 grand. In this shape, $600. But anyway, it's the only transportation the person has. So if I can get this engine running right again, it'll be good for it to get to and from work and stuff like that. Funny thing is, the doors, both these doors are smashed in. This passenger door will not open. I mean, I've tried slightly to try to get it open, but I don't want to try too much because I'm afraid I'll never get it closed again. But you can see it's the whole middle beam is pushed in. But the these windows still go up and down with no problem. I'm amazed. I guess maybe because of the support bars. You can see the bar right here sticking out. This door opens up fine. Well, it opens. Maybe not fine. It opens. It opens and closes. Well, that's going to do it on this project. I'm going to try starting it up. I think that's going to leak. If it does, oh well. I know I need more parts that hose on there. So I'm just gonna start it, see what happens, fix it later. Before I forget, I want to remind you, when I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm giving away this handy clamp tool. I still have it. I'm getting close. I'm in the low 900s now, so getting close. So go there and subscribe, and one of you will win that handy clamp. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing and liking, and if this can help other people, go ahead and share it, and I appreciate it. See you in the next video. Bye. Alright, well, I thought that was going to be the end of the video, but I changed my mind. I ordered some parts, and they came pretty quick from Amazon. So I have new coil pack. It's easy to replace. It's like $100. I'll put the link in the description. And then that hose I broke is in this bag. It goes there, goes around. It looks like it will fit. So I just have to pry this hose out from wherever it's held in by, and then it goes in right here. I have to take the clamp off right there, it looks like, and then I can replace that hose. But let's do the easy part first and take this off. It's one of these. I got it the first try. A T40. So all you do is take this tool off, disconnect it. It looks like they already put some grease in here. Put this new one on and done. Actually, look, it made in Korea. It's the exact same thing. I did buy a GM part, so it's a genuine GM part. All right, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna come back and show you the routing of this hose, because I think that's gonna be a pain in the neck. All right, so I got the hose out. Every time I move this hose, the hard line, it just breaks. So it came out in pieces. This line here goes onto the throttle body down there. This was a pain in the neck because it got stuck on the connector down there. It had squeeze clamps on it. That was a pain to get the squeeze clamp up high enough, and then this wouldn't come off. So I used, well, you can see I cut it. So I took a razor blade and cut it. This was down on the fitting like this, and I just took the razor blade and cut until I got it. If you don't have one of these, get one of these guys. This is good. This is a hose remover. You're able to take it and shove it inside the hose, and you can go around. And that's what I did. Actually, I penetrated. I just stuck it in there, went right into the hose, and pulled it out. You try to do with this tool is go all around the hose and free it up from the metal, but I couldn't get it on the back side, so I just jammed it in there and pulled it and got it off. So that's out. Now the new one. Here's the other piece. That's garbage. The new one here, I put the clamp back on. It's a little more pliable than that old one, so that's good. So I'm gonna put this end down there first, I think, and then slide it on that way, because this should straighten out a little bit, and it's got to come this way and then around and then onto that connector right there, that nipple right there. Got this thing started. I'm checking if any leaks over here. All that from before. I should have probably cleaned it off. I probably will clean it off. Let's see if this was a bear to get over here. Down there. Get that back on the throttle body. So you can see there's a new hose. I think that's how it ran. It looks like there's a breather for the antifreeze on top of the radiator, because radiator is taller than the engine, and it's right here, I believe. Right here. You can see it, maybe not. It's right there. There's this little plug, plastic plug. I took it out, nothing's coming out. A little bit came out earlier, but nothing now. And there's some stuff in the coolant reservoir. So I think I just have to let it heat up, cycle through, and then when all the air gets out of there, we'll be good. But I don't know what's happening now. It's not running that well. Let's see what we got inside. Should have seen when I started the first time, all smoke was coming out the back. Well, it's not hot yet because the fan's not on. I would have thought if I turned the AC on, the fan would come on. AC clutch is on. There we go. Well, here it is. New thermostat. There's no leaks. I doused it with some water, so that's what's a little wet. I wanted to get the antifreeze off of it. No leaks here with the new hose. This new black hose to the throttle body. I'll put links to both these pieces in the description below. But I think it's fixed. I just took it for a little ride around the property real quick. It's hesitating a little bit. I hear a little ticking noise. I don't know what that is, but I think it's back on the road and it's good enough for her to drive. Thanks for subscribing. If this helped you, hit the like button. And just want to remind everybody, I hit 1,000 subscribers. I'm giving away this handy clamp. Just want to keep reminding everybody that, you know, I still have this. Not at 1,000 yet. Hopefully when this video comes out, I'll be at 1,000. I can give this thing away. Alrighty, thanks a lot for watching. Catch you guys later. Bye.